So I'm here in Columbus, Ohio with my good buddy, Anthony Carano, the president of Caesars Entertainment. Long time ago, I said, you know what, buddy?
You promised me you'd take me on diners, drives, and dives.
Exactly. The question is, what did I take you to? Today, Anthony, I'm taking you to a diner, not just any diner, but a Greek diner. You're gonna get great food, you're gonna get great story, and you're definitely gonna get some characters. This is Tommy's Diner.
I got a meatloaf sandwich, 2 special cheesecakes.
I just love coming to Tommy's. The atmosphere is fantastic.
It's a place where everyone is welcome.
Stuffed French toast going up.
There's nothing like it. It's my cheers.
And this breakfast lunch hangout is where the Pappas family has been serving up American and Greek classics for over 30 years. Is your name really Tommy?
Yep. I mean, the Greek name is Athanasios.
You're from Greece.
Yep.
You were in Greece,
I was born there. I left when I was 3.
but you went back to Greece. Is that where you met this guy?
Yes.
When did you get into this?
I was 7 when we opened.
In this actual diner.
In this building, yeah.
Some history here.
What are we gonna cook today?
We're gonna make Greek pastitsio.
Your pastitsio?
Absolutely fantastic dish.
It's pasta with meat, cheeses, and bechamel sauce. It is to die for.
You ever had pastitsio?
No.
It's Greek noodle lasagna.
We're gonna start off browning some meat, cooking it with onions.
Did your mom teach you to cook or your dad teach you to cook?
My mom taught me back here. My dad taught me the line.
Have you ever been on the hotline?
I have. Started on the fried, went to the grill, pizza oven, everything.
You can throw pizza.
I can throw pizza.
Next up, we're gonna add a little white wine, tomato sauce, salt, black pepper, ground cloves, granulated garlic, cinnamon, fresh garlic. Cook this down.
Next, the bechamel.
We're gonna heat up a roux, and then we're gonna add the roux to milk, a little nutmeg, some white pepper, salt. We've got some Romano and shredded Parmesan cheese right
Okay.
there. The eggs, you wanna make sure you're mixing it the whole time.
Time to build it.
I'm ready.
All right, penne. Butter, cheese, pepper, salt, and then the egg.
Okay.
We'll do layered noodles at the bottom of the pan. Pour a little bit of the bechamel, smooth it out.
All of the meat sauce at
All
once?
of the meat. Then we're gonna pour the rest of the noodles on top. The rest of the bechamel,
See, look at you. You have a future in this business, Carano.
smooth it out. Cheese, you gotta have more cinnamon.
We're gonna let you do that.
Butter.
This go in the oven. What temp?
350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. What you want is just a nice brown coating on the top.
Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell that meat, smell the onions and the garlic, and then all of a
Cinnamon.
sudden you get cinnamon.
Maiden voyage. The flavor in the meat. Get that cinnamon at the end.
I've had a lot of pastitsio. This has got great balance. Not too salty, not too much bechamel, not too much meat. Good bite in the noodle. Delicious.
Starting pasticcio.
I love how they infuse Greek flavor into the lasagna.
The pasta was so tender. The meat was well cooked, but not overcooked.
It's excellent.
Do you sit at the counter or do you sit at the booth?
Sit at the counter. A lot of action you can watch. And I like to talk a lot.
George, what do you think? I love it.
Just the conversations over the years and the friendships that people built just from this counter. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
Breakfast burger? Been coming here for about 20 years. Always a good diner. Good portions.
But you definitely save room for dessert.
Baklava cheesecake coming up.
The baklava cheesecake is exquisite.
It's like they set a baklava on a piece of cheesecake.
We're making a baklava cheesecake.
Got it.
Ready?
Hang on, wait. Baklava.
Cheesecake.
Baklava cheesecake's not normal.
No, it's not normal. We're gonna make a syrup first. So we got water, honey, sugar. We're gonna let it simmer for about 25 minutes. Then we're gonna add the cinnamon. Roasted nuts are gonna get tossed in the syrup.
If there's any left from Anthony eating them.
We're gonna make the filling for the cheesecake.
Okay.
Cream cheese, sugar, vanilla. And with this, so it gets nice and soft. Key part of this is to do 1 egg at a time.
Got it.
Let it mix in. Low sour cream to finish it. Now it's time to build the cheesecake.
Let's see it.
Start with a phyllo dough. We're gonna do layered butter, fold it up, more butter.
And we're gonna line this whole thing.
Nuts,
Okay?
sprinkle it on the bottom there.
Okay.
Put half the mix in. You do the rest of the nuts, rest of the sauce. We're bringing the phyllo dough back up. More butter. A couple more layers of phyllo. Now you're gonna fold these in.
The royal wedding cake doesn't take this long.
And
More butter,
more butter. Score it.
but no nuts on top.
There will be some nuts on top.
We just used all of them.
No, I have other ones. You were eating them, so I don't want to keep them all out.
Oh, is that what it is, Anthony? See what happens?
And then we're gonna bake it.
Oh, baby.
If that eats half as good as it looks,
It eats better.
Listen to the crunch. It smells good.
I think that's his cologne. Look at that thing.
Yes.
Syrup, just to make it look pretty. There's no wrong way to go about
Just
this.
the guy position.
Holy moly. Wow.
Great crunch, flavors outstanding. It's all there.
I'm putting out the Flavortown bat signal. I don't know where you could be in Ohio that it wouldn't be worth driving to get that.
You've got all these different layers, the chewiness, the crunchiness. It's delicious.
There's a lot of depth to it. Great amount of tang. I love the sour cream. We even got Tommy's Baklava Cheesecake House.
Nice.
People are gonna line up. That right there, hands down, one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had.
Here's your baklava cheesecake. Enjoy it. The flakiness of the baklava on top is amazing.
It's very creamy, sweet.
Delicious.
Salty, tangy. That cheesecake
That's
should
true.
be illegal.
Waffles a minute and a half out.
It's not typical diner food. It's good old down-home cooking.
So funny that I have to bring the guy all the way from Vegas to Columbus to have something so representative of going big or going home. You killed it.
Thank you.
So I'm here in Grover Beach, California, which is about a mile south of Pismo Beach. You know the place where everybody comes to go to the dunes? Well, today is definitely not the day to go to the dunes, but don't worry, I'm not here for the dunes. No, I'm here to check out this husband and wife restaurant where they're taking everyday dishes and kind of taking them to the, as they say, the 2.0. This is the spoon trade.
Order up chicken and waffle.
It really blows people away.
Vegan tikka. It is comfort food with a twist.
Fresh, locally sourced.
I've been to a lot of beach communities. You do not find restaurants like this all the time.
Agreed.
Finish that tartare, get it up first.
That's because Jacob and Brooke Town picked up some gourmet vibes during their time in San Francisco before they headed back to the beach.
You know, we spent 20 plus years in the industry. We moved back home and we opened a restaurant that's an expression of our collective experience.
Why spoon trade?
We spoon food and trading stories.
I think it's the one tool to bind us all on the whole planet.
The spoon is pretty universal.
Yeah.
Everybody uses a spoon.
It's time to eat. Chicken and dumplings.
A few things that are my favorites. One of them is chicken and dumplings, garlic, fennel, chicken sausage.
Completely changes your mind about chicken and dumplings.
What are we starting off with?
Chicken stock, roasted chicken bones. We had carrots, celery, onion, rosemary, thyme, garlic, peppercorn, and bay leaf. Top it off with water. Bring it to a simmer for about 12 hours. Strain it off. We're gonna make our chicken broth. We melt butter down, add a little shaved thin garlic, add flour to that, lots of black pepper.
Fresh ground.
Always chicken stock. Bring it up, season it with salt.
Now what are we on to?
Chicken sausage.
We turn into a meatball.
We're gonna make a slurry. White wine, salt, toasted pepper, rosemary, toasted fennel,
Got it.
some fresh garlic. We get ice in there.
All right, let's hit it.
All right, here we go. And we're ready to mix.
Oh, you're gonna paddle this out.
Ground chicken, chicken and chicken skin puree, slurry of white wine, garlic, fennel. Start it up, mix thoroughly. We can scoop and bake. 425 for 6 minutes.
What's our next step?
Dumplings 2.0.
Let's see it.
We have flour, baking powder, baking soda, sugar, salt. Do a quick little mix of that. Nice ice cold butter going in. Then we have some nice cold buttermilk.
What are we doing using a spoon?
We are the spoon trade, and this is a Lady Hamilton, 1932.
I was noticing that. Making a few hundred of these. What temp are we baking them off at?
375 for 15 minutes.
Let's build it.
Start with the hot broth, dumplings, sausage, Brussels sprouts, and butternut squash. We'll bring this to a simmer. Greek oregano,
Okay, look at that.
a little bit of olive oil,
Okay.
crunchy sea salt, fresh ground pepper, and some freshly chopped parsley over the top.
This is a piece of art. Thing about stock is it really measures the chef. Tender meatball. Trying to give each bite the respect it deserves. This is probably the most elevated chicken and dumplings I've ever had. Warning, the dish you're about to eat may wreck everything you ever thought about chicken and dumplings.
Dumplings going to the plate.
Fennel, meatballs, chicken, really, really good.
Fabulous.
I almost drowned in it.
Biscuits that are just soft and fluffy, but a little crunchy on the outside.
These two are crazy, creative.
All of the above.
Really
Very creative.
Sauce for tikka going down.
Where do all these spoons come from?
People just started bringing them in, and
Grandma's baby spoon,
I've got
the
baby
World's Fair
spoons.
spoon.
And it gives you that sense of being at home, and the food makes you feel like you're welcome.
What is up next?
Bologna nice and crispy.
Bologna sandwiches. Don't go anywhere. Hanging out in Grover Beach. Not Pismo, he just told me. Should have been.
I love it.
Hi everyone, make sure you subscribe to Food Network UK where you can see loads more shows and loads of different recipes.